Okay, there we are, ready for session 36 of Adventures in Emathan. Welcome, guys.
Hello, hello.
It seems we are alive and well on the interwebs, so all of our fan can see us.
Nice.
JD.
Yeah. So we'll start off as we always do. I'm sure you guys spent all night preparing the introduction for your characters. So, Egan, why don't we start off with you? Introduce yourself and your character.
Thank you. I played Douglan McKayne. He is a customized Paladin. Oath of the Protector is his subclass. And one of the powers that I haven't spoken of, I believe, before, but I just started using it. I think I used it for the first time last session, and it's called Inspiring Smite. This is a really cool feature that we have here. So I'll read it and then we'll move on. Immediately after you deal damage to a creature with your Divine Smite feature, you can use your Channel Divinity as a bonus action and distribute temporary hit points to creatures of your choice within 30 feet, which also can include you. And that total is a hefty 2d8 plus your level, and you can divide it. So you can give it to 3, 4, 5 people. That is a pretty cool thing to give healing on a hit. So, yeah, yes.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a level 14 ability to me.
Hey, man. It's go to Path of Glory or Oath of Glory, and it's leveled out max.
Oh, is it? It's from that? Okay.
Yeah, all of those things we kind of cherry-picked from a relevant level. So.
I'm just bugging you guys.
Yeah.
That's okay. We can take some buggins. And Kogaan.
That's right. I play Kogaan.
Why don't you introduce yourself? No, go for it.
Kogaan, Dremnaufinstrunmah, Gold Dragonborn fighter, Rune Knight subclass, reflavored from Giants to be more dragon inspired. And Kogaan recently picked up a belt of giant strength. So he's rocking a flat 23 strength, which gives him a +6 bonus. So he's feeling jacked, hefty. He's hitting hard. He's hitting lots. Just doesn't have a magic weapon. So it's very balanced out when we fight creatures that, are resistant to non-magical damage. So, but it is fun to be extra jacked. And my character sheet, my carrying capacity and lifting and stuff is all like through the roof. Pretty fun. It's like a mini Hulk.
He's carrying Douglan quite often, like Baby Yoda style.
Yeah,
just throws you up a ledge.
Well, you can do that where you get big there and just carry him on one shoulder like a parrot.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Awesome.
I was thinking more like
damsel carry.
Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner.
All right. No rules concerns out of last session. I think everything went fairly well there. So we'll get right into our session recap. Okay, so as the last session began, it was mid-afternoon on the 30th day of the first Trigon of Elok's influence. The party had just collected themselves after fighting the watery creatures discovered in the stream. Ahead, the cave continued on around a corner to the right. The party traveled down a short section of tunnel that opened into a small cave. Inside, they could see a much larger version of the statue that had attacked them earlier, what appeared to be the remains of Tressa slumped over a desk, and a lot of treasure. As the party attempted to enter the room, the statue moved to attack. Thankfully, they determined that the lamp beside Tressa's body kept the statue from attacking them. This allowed the party to collect their treasure and leave without a fight. Remembering their deal with Thornsnap, the party left a large number of coins and some other treasures from the house where they had originally met the dragon. As they departed the house, the green dragon was waiting. After checking on what was left behind, it allowed them to leave without incident. The party returned to the Stargazer and sailed back to Hollow Harbor. Harabar departed, and Douglan and Kogaan enjoyed a much-deserved night of recovery in town. Early the next morning, the party boarded the Stargazer and headed for Lyelion in the wilds to meet with Obediah and Fariedah. During the flight to Lyelion, Douglan was awakened by what appeared to be Lafferty warning that danger was approaching. Just as the party reached the main deck, void hunters began to emerge from a small rift that had opened in the sky near the Stargazer and began to attack. The fighting was intense, and several of the crew members were knocked unconscious. Thankfully, the rift began to close, and the void hunters disengaged and flew back inside. The party helped patch up the injured crew, and the Stargazer continued. Captain Murfitts requested that an additional fighting crew be added to the skyship's roster in case such attacks continued. The party agreed. Upon reaching Lyelion, the party was met by Obediah. Obediah took them straight to Fariedah's home. After everyone was comfortably seated in her nest, she told them why her family believed dragon eggs were hatching less often in this world. Fariedah believed they needed to travel to the source of the dragon life force called the Sill. A gateway hidden under Lyelion could take them there, but the key, a staff called Countersign, was missing. Fariedah believed the staff could be found in an old stronghold that once belonged to the Order of the Timeless. She asked the party if they could retrieve it, and they agreed to the quest immediately. After Fariedah was done, Obediah invited the party to join him outside. He informed them that Nightingale had been sent on a secret mission for the Penumbra Bards, and Landis had decided to return to Windrest to study the Devil Star Diamond with Obediah. Neither would be rejoining the party in the near future. Obediah told them to continue to use the Stargazer as needed. As today's session begins, it is late afternoon on the 32nd day of the first Trigon of Elok's influence. The party is standing outside of Fariedah's home. Obediah has gone back inside to say his goodbyes before he returns to Windrest. Around them, the forest surrounding Lyelion is well into fall, as a cold breeze blowing in from the northwest reminds you that winter is not so far away. All right, gents. Any questions, clarifications?
I don't think so.
I can read it again if you want.
I'll put it on mute. Roll it.
I'll be right back.
I'm just going to go. Let me know.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so you are just standing outside of Fariedah's home. Obediah has gone back inside to say his farewell to Fariedah, and it is just the two of you you're just basically out on her front porch sort of thing to her home.
Oh, and didn't we get a set of Rocky Talkies so we could give one to Captain Murfitts, right?
Obediah said he would make sure that the captain had those available.
Right.
I think, did we get two sets, or am I hallucinating that?
Just strictly hallucination.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to a rock just randomly. So we have one for the Stargazer, but I thought Fariedah wanted one for her.
Nope. She just expects that when you're done, you'll return and update her on what was found.
Yeah, because she's going to accompany us once we have the staff.
Got it.
To the Sill.
Yeah, to the Sill.
And as I recall, I know we're gonna head to hopefully find the staff in Sill, right, which is up in the wilds. But we were stopping at Nome, Max was telling me.
Yes. So you guys had talked about, or at Captain Murfitt's request, um, they want to pick up, they want to add on a fighting crew to the ship.
That's
And
right. That's right. Yeah.
based on where you were going, he suggested Nome would be the best option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just realized that we completely forgot to look up what a mercenary would cost and all that. I'm so sorry, Colin.
All good.
I
All done.
completely
It's all done.
gosh darn it. The best Egan. The best.
Yeah, and we also had mentioned that any of the crew who wanted to
Train.
disembark,
Disembark.
Oh yeah.
who
Yeah.
thought it was like if this is getting too dangerous, you know what I mean? Like it was an opportunity to kind of like bring on new crew and do whatever, if anyone felt they wanted to survive to see their families.
Yeah. They're
Or
like, I
increase
didn't
their
sign up for
chances.
this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All
Where's
right. After, a little bit of time, the door to Faridah's home opens, and Fariedah ushers you back inside.
Okay.
As you enter, you see that Obediah is nowhere to be seen.
You wizards.
Obadiah has left then, Fariedah?
Yes, he returned to Windrest, and I will update him once we have a better idea if acquiring countersign happens. Please, rejoin me here and we can continue our conversation.
Oh, yes. You'll have to forgive me. I was overwhelmed before with everything you were explaining to us. And I do have questions for you. I am very curious where you come from in Emathan, where your uh, people settled after the gathering. Um, I have not met many Dragonborn outside of my village.
And to be honest with you, Kogaan, I have not met many during my time as well. My family did not originate in Emathan. We actually came from one of the other continents that is in this world. When I was very young, we moved here when my father's research led him to believe that there was a way to access the sill. So I have spent most of my life living either at Windrest, at the library in the city of Alagon. I don't
Mm.
know if you've ever been, but
Oh,
it
we've
is
been there.
quite a archive of knowledge and history. And here in my little home in Lyelion, once we, this did belong to my father, and I took it over after his passing.
See, very interesting.
Do you have something else on your mind, Fariedah?
Well, I
Something
wanted
actionable?
to give you an opportunity to ask any questions now that you have had a little time to digest the
Mm.
information that I shared with you. I'm sure for you in particular, Kogan, this was a lot to take in and process in a short period of time. There are just a few additional pieces of information that I did want to share with you. Unfortunately, I do not have very much information about the stronghold that you will be
Uh,
looking for. I do have the map that my father discovered. Hopefully, the crew of your sky ship will be able to use it to determine where you will need to go. Books speak very little of the Order of the Timeless after the First Age, as with most of the orders of that time. So it is possible that the stronghold has been abandoned for close to a millennia. Of course, assuming that it was not discovered by others. When you find countersign, it will look very unremarkable until it is in the hands of someone who can wield its power. The only way that you will be able to know that it is countersign is when you first grab it for just a fraction of a second. You will feel its power almost like being struck by lightning.
Okay, understood.
But
it is safe
it
to
will
grab.
look very unremarkable until someone such as I, who understands how to wield its power, is holding it.
Should we expect to be injured by this stuff?
No, it is more just a sensation than a reality.
Okay.
And finally, and I tell you this in hopes that knowing so you can better protect yourself, but during the First Age, the magical energies that arrived with the gods' angers were just first being explored by the various orders of magic. Over time, these orders of magic evolved into the schools of magic that we now understand today. The reason I am telling you this is, for the most part, the Order of the Timeless evolved into the school of necromancy.
Oh, okay.
That-
Great.
That doesn't sound promising.
That means there could be undead things wandering the halls of this fortress.
That is
good.
a very real possibility.
Blood magic too, no?
Or even some of them may have found the ways to extend their own lives unnaturally. There could still be timeless there. Who knows?
It is definitely within the possibility.
Well, it says
Well,
okay, because Douglan is a man of the gods. He is strong. He is powerful against undead creatures.
I was going to say, Kogaan, I'm going to have a little chat with Gath. See if she doesn't have some tricks up her sleeve she could show me. I've faced some before, but it's been a time. So yeah, I think tonight I'm going to take a minute and have a nice long prayer. See if I can't get some answers and how to face those that practice in these dark arts.
Well,
Is it
go
something?
ahead.
I'm sorry, Fariedah. Are they tied together? Like, or it just so happens they're guarding this thing by happenstance, or is there some type of connection between these timeless and this staff?
It was stolen from the Order of the Gate, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yes.
At one time, and as if you move through Lyelion, you will see the remnants of what was once a very large castle. On this place was the home of the Order of the Gate, and it is believed, although no history books document it exactly, but it is believed that the Order of the Timeless attacked this fortress and stole countersign so that the Order of the Gate could no longer use the gate. I do not understand exactly what they feared with the gate's use, but it is clear that they did not want it being used anymore.
Can countersign open all types of gates? Like,
No, countersign is the key only to the gate here in Lyelion.
okay, okay.
And unfortunately, although the gate is still active, it cannot be directed anywhere without countersign. It is a
We've had some
very,
experience.
very powerful gate. It can go anywhere if the person understands properly how to use countersign.
Yeah, we've had some experiences with gates. Not all of it positive.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It will be nice to have someone that knows the workings of these things, because yeah, we got caught with our pants down the last time at the winery, if I recall correctly. So any other words of wisdom or warning you could share, although you've already been tremendously helpful?
I have told you everything that I know that I feel is of interest. I do wish you luck. I don't probably need to remind you, but it is quite possible that the fate of dragonkind in Emathan rests on your success.
We will
Douglan,
succeed.
Kogaan.
I
No
have no
pressure, lad. No pressure at all.
no. It is my destiny.
Your faith comforts me.
Well, then I suppose we shan't wait any longer. We should probably get moving. Douglan, what do you think?
We can save your kin. Let's do it.
I will await your return, and I wish you all the luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, to the airship. And we'll depart, I guess.
Indeed.
Okay, you make your way back through the town. The crew of the Stargazer are looks like they're running drills.
Nice.
They took last night's activity pretty serious. They're working in looks like working in crews of 3 to practice quickly loading the various ballistas. And Captain Murfitz is barking commands as best as one with his squeaky voice can bark commands. And you arrive back, reboard the Stargazer. They take to the air at once, and the captain comes over and, so, gentlemen, where to next?
Well, Captain Kogaan and I have been talking, and well, I think we have as well. First off, let's see if we can't find a big city in Nome. See if you can't resupply, but also see if we can't find some more hardy folk that are used to the battle side of things. And if any of your crew who didn't sign up for this wish to get off, then, again, I'm not going to tell you how to manage your crew, but, for us, we just want to make sure that everybody's comfortable with what we're doing. We're sure that we're going to be seeing more battle than less. So yeah, and we're willing to back it up with coin. If you need more coin, we've got that. I know we discussed weaponry and mercenaries and whatnot, but Kogaan, this thought came to me. Perhaps we can, load them up with some healing potions as well. So if someone drops, you got someone that can come out and possibly get them up, because there's only 2 of us, Kogaan and I, and we can't be everywhere on the ship at once.
We can't always stay on the ship either.
Indeed.
Oh, and did you get these sending stones? Did Obadiah
Yes.
deliver?
Obadiah came for a quick visit, and he offered a set of sending stones that two sets. One set we can use to speak with Obadiah, and one set that we can use to communicate between ourselves. So we should be able to keep everyone in the loop.
Nice.
While you were away, the crew and I got together to discuss the situation and how we feel about this going forward. What needs to be understood, gentlemen, is this crew has a lust for adventure. It's why we all signed up to be on the Stargazer to begin with, and everyone understands that that comes with a risk. But we are guilty of having gotten a little soft over the years with lack of danger, shall we say. We really haven't been on a mission in some time that really required us to use the skills that we once had. Now, that being said, I do believe that we need some extra fighting power on board the ship that can help direct the crew when such an event happens as we witnessed last night. Now, several years ago, the ship was sent on what one might say was a little bit of a risky exploration, and I hired a mercenary outfit out of Whistledown on the north coast of Nome. They're known as Tumble Thump, and I do believe that they would be an excellent addition to the crew during this time. So
Good.
if my understanding with my conversation with Obadiah was correct, we will be going to this area of Emathan. So it will not be too far off of our main location that we need to go to. So a short visit to Whistle Down, and we should be able to hire Tumble Thump.
Great. That sounds excellent. And if your crew desires extra training, Douglan and I are happy to help whip everyone back into shape, I suppose.
Well, it will take us a few days to get to Nome. So this will be an excellent opportunity for us to run some drills and to get some plans together as to how we will deal with different types of attack. Take my word for it, gentlemen. We were better at this at one time, but we just have not had the need in many years, and we've all gotten a bit soft, I fear.
Well, to your credit, none of the crew froze in fear. You know, everyone, I mean, there was a fearful presence from these creatures, of course, magical, but your crew are very brave and were trying their best. No one was cowering. So it is, I believe you. I do not feel that you are unworthy of your status by any means. So,
Excellent.
Also,
Excellent.
Murphets, if I may, we feel every hit they took as a personal responsibility. So, yeah, we thank you guys. More than
and
you know.
now, with the sending stones, when Douglan and I are off board, we will be able to communicate dangers to each other, like we talked about with the dragon.
Yes, indeed. That would be most appreciated.
That will help everyone as well. So, I am very confident going forward. But yes, let's go get Tumble Thump. They sound very interesting.
Oh, they're very good at what they do. A great bunch too. They'll fit in very well with the crew and such.
They are all gnomes as well.
They are, yes. tough lot, though. Not what you'd call your average gnomes by any means. They take what they do very seriously.
Very good. Let's be off.
All right. It's a little over 2 days' travel from Lyelion to Whistledown. So lots of time for the two of you to spend with the crew. Bentra is particularly keen to make sure that the crew... So remembering Fentra is the first mate. And she was kind of going for broke during the battle. Yeah. And she's a little bit... she's very eager for the crew to get better at protecting themselves and the Stargazers. So the discussion is everybody, or sorry, not everybody, the both of you need to know how to helm the ship. Kogaan, you're well ahead in your training in this area. So Douglan, you're spending a bunch of time with the various helmsmen learning how to control the ship a little better. And you guys, you do a bunch of fighting, everything from hand-to-hand to weapons to target practice, running drills to get the ballistas loaded and unloaded and aimed, and it's a very busy couple of days. Cookie and Deori are thrilled because everybody is super hungry from all the activity. So they're just cooking up a storm over the 2 days. Kogaan, you're right in there trying some new dishes.
During the training, Kogaan will spend as much time as he can too in his large form so that they can work on like tactics against large creatures and stuff because they're small. You know what I mean?
Climbing up him to get a better shot.
Positioning and stuff like that. And...
I could also see Douglan just slipping back into his, training voice, like because he used to run drills when he was.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, this would be Douglan's bread and butter here, commanding troops in battles. So
he also wants though some sparring time with his new swole partner here, because obviously physically sees him completely like just everything is just bigger and solid. Like he wants to see for himself, but also to help Kogaan get used to his
realize his new powers kind of thing.
Yeah. So he's gonna take some time there as well to hopefully because get his balance right, whatever the case may be. Because it's more than just I'm big and strong and that's all I care about. The Douglan is much more refined than that. Come on.
It's gonna be a sweaty couple days.
Early the second day, the two Douglan, you wander up on deck with a chilly morning. You see up on the aft deck, there's two gnomes up there, and they're looking at each other, and they're like, 1, 2, 3, and they both run and dive off the side of the ship.
Jesus. Did we notice ropes or anything like that?
And they start running a man overboard drill. So you may not remember, way back when. Yeah, there's always somebody on board at any given time that has a ring of flying. Yeah. So they basically dive after anyone that goes overboard, get a hold of them, slow them down until the ship can. You just come up and you turn around and you see these two die. Okay, that's okay. Everyone seems. So the ship immediately starts this big circle, losing altitude until they get down where these two are just floating along there and pick them back up again.
I wonder if we could like rig some, life preservers that are tied to ropes, right? Like chuck those out, but they're gonna drop way too fast for those to be effective. So cool.
And let's see, we left. Get my time right here. We left late afternoon. Late afternoon. So you arrive in Whistledown early evening. So this would be several days later.
You said this is on the north end of Nome Island?
Yes. So if you look, if you have your maps handy, and where the heck are my maps here? If you have your Emathan map, if you look right up along the coastline of Nome, there's a large bay. It's the one that goes furthest inland on Nome along the northern coast.
Right by the E, or is it by the rocks?
It would just be a little bit northeast of the mountains that are there, right on the coast. There's a bay. It's the one that would be right sort of central.
Okay.
On the
If you're looking at your map, it's
west side,
right
top
there.
north.
Got it.
Right up there. Okay.
Oh yeah, okay. I was thinking it was right by the E on the Nome, but it's
right,
way
this
north.
one,
Okay.
right, this one, that one, right.
Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
gotcha.
And so the ship kind of circles right into the bay. No need to pretend you're sailing on water with the gnomes. They're pretty comfortable with sky ships. And they bring it right into the harbor and up to one of the docking areas for sky ships. So you're actually on land. There's like these big wooden landing pads that are there for sky ships. And the crew plops it down in the middle of Whistledown.
All right.
So the captain sort of says, "Well, it's a little late, but we should still be able to meet with the Thumbletum folks. They should still be around. We can try anyway. I'm sure you're anxious to continue on and go after what we're looking for. Fentra's been piling over our maps." In comparison to the one that you got from Fariedah, and she's getting a pretty good feel for the area that we'll need to search. Interesting area, the Shattered Lands, where we'll be. The magic effect is pretty minimal on that side of the mountains, so we shouldn't run into any issues in that way.
Captain Murfitts, do you wish us to accompany you when you're meeting with this Tumble Thump group?
It'll probably be best if I just go on my own and talk to them and explain the situation and I think that would be best for now. You can visit the town if you want, or I don't anticipate being gone very long, and they'll probably need until at least tomorrow morning to pull themselves together,
Remember that we are paying for this group too, so don't be afraid to get there. Whatever you feel is the best number of contingent to protect the ship, right?
Indeed, they usually, this crew, they usually run with a crew of 8. Seems to be the number they like, and I would anticipate that's what we'll find again.
Right. Is there something that you need from the town? Stock, supplies, and the like?
With the additional crew, I do expect Cookie and Deori to pick up some extra supplies if you want to accompany them.
I just need a few things. As I said, I wouldn't mind getting you, a few of these potions. So if one of your mates goes down, at least, we can add that to the drills there.
Absolutely. Fentra can show you where in town would be best to pick that up, so you don't have to spend too much time poking around. Whistledown is a pretty big town, but very, very convoluted. Very, very hard to find your way around.
I remember Lafferty telling me that we wouldn't be able to find our way without a guide. So we'll take
Gnome towns are just they're put together by people who are thinking about other things, if you know what I mean.
That's what he said. They fit in perfect. Is there something you need, Kogaan?
Well, actually, I'm curious if we can find maybe a tavern of sorts where, local sailors or just any sailors or ship crew might frequent. I would like to ask if anyone's been across to the Shattered Lands and has maybe heard of this fortress of the Timeless.
Fentra can probably stop in. There's one not far from here. I don't know who will be there, but it's been a while since we were there. We don't get to this part of Nome very often, you see. Usually taking the ship back to its home port when we're in Nome.
Yep, of course. I would just like to ask around, basically, and just see.
So. Sounds good. And Ventra's going to take care of sort of upgrading the weaponry, right? Does she have that handled, or is that
we're in pretty good shape there. As I said before, the ship has been better prepared for this in the past. It was more about us than the equipment that was on board, you see.
You feel you have enough armor and weapons and shields and things?
We do, indeed, yes.
Okay.
Our armor, there is armor on board that everyone can wear, but it's been so long since we used it. It was, in boxes and such that we just need. We'll be better ready for the next one.
Okay. Very good. Let's head into town, Douglan.
Well, all right, Ventra, you ready, lass?
Of course. Would you like to hit the tavern first? Or at this late time, it might be best for us to go straight to looking for these potions of yours.
Ventra will follow your lead.
So Cookie and Deori come with you guys. So there's the 5 of you. Captain Murfitz takes off to meet up with Tumble Thump. It's an easy one to say.
Sounds like a song by White Stripes or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me ask, Douglan would like to kind of see what kind of reaction Kogaan gets.
Like from walking through
this So as you're walking through town, a Dragonborn in this part of Emathan is very rare. So, you're definitely getting looks, but people are polite, but you can definitely see, although many of them, they all know of Dragonborn. Many of them would never have seen a Dragonborn before, right?
You're turning heads yet again, boy.
Yes, well, what can I say?
It's your new bod.
I'm a good-looking man.
I mean, he's already 300 pounds, and now he just added, 8 strength muscle pounds? What did you go from?
Well, I think, that's a good question, because I've always anticipated you do look somewhat stronger, but a lot of it is magically enhanced strength.
That's how I've always thought of it with that belt. You know what I mean? Like, it's more like, magical enhancement. So it doesn't necessarily look that much.
Like I feel like you do take on a little bit of a stronger look, but not to the level of strength you have.
And you gotta remember too,
achieved.
He's a Dragonborn, so he's got like a thick hide and scales and stuff like that. So he doesn't have muscles in the same way that humanoids typically do, right? There's no like veininess really or well-defined. Like you don't see like thin skin, like muscle bellies and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just like this bulk. You know what I mean?
That's
He's just
true.
a big dude, right?
Yeah.
So,
but what did you go from and to, if I might ask?
well, I mean, it's always been 300 pounds outside of like without armor.
No, but strength-wise, though.
I went from 18 to 23.
Okay, I mean it's 20+% of,
it's a big jump, but it's it's magical strength, right? I mean, if that belt came off, that strength goes away, right?
I would say he just looks like, he wears heavy armor and carries equipment, and now it just doesn't even. It looks like it doesn't even affect him at all.
Yeah, his movement is super smooth,
and you're already, exactly.
Yeah, this big guy with big armor, and it's like he's wearing nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's how I would envision it.
Yep, I agree.
Cool.
Okay.
Potions?
Yes. So, I think we'll just montage through this. Yeah. So, basically,
I want a 1 hour role play.
Okay, buddy, you got it. Every minute, I'm there for you.
What is this, critical role?
You're fifth in line. You just wait. We're just.
So Fentra takes you to basically it's an apothecary. They have all types of healing paraphernalia. They are able to provide you with 5 healing potions that they have readily available at the usual price of 500 gold pieces each.
What?
Or 50 gold pieces each.
Those damn gnomes. Their markups. All right, so 250.
Just crooks.
I got it. 250. So that will get me. Oh my god, I got to do math. I'll take it offline.
They saw you coming.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll take those, and then I'm not going to put them on my sheet. This is the crew's, stock.
Well, throw them on your sheet to keep track of it, but just just put in it that they're not carried, just so we can
I'll
have
put
a way.
Just
because you can change its status to not carried, and we'll know that. Or you could even make a category called the ship. If you put an item in your inventory called the ship.
Oh, right.
And then just keep assigning everything to the ship that you want to leave behind.
Oh, yeah, I will
add. You just catch the shop, as they're kind of closing up for the night. Most all the shops here in Whistledown are closing up for the night. Cookie and Daori basically branched off as you got into the market area so they could get their shopping done while you all headed on your own. And they're going to make their way back to the ship. So Fentra takes you to a little tavern called the Thatched House. And you head inside. Kogaan, this place is very uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
It's got 5-foot ceilings.
Yeah.
So like you're
hunched over.
You're really hunched over. This end of Gnome doesn't really get a lot of outsiders, so everything is very gnomish in Whistledown. So for a 6-foot Dragonborn, it's
7 foot.
7-foot Dragonborn. You're hunched over, basically. Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
How?
No, he's 7 feet tall. I mean, think of Shaq. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
If you plop yourself down at one of the tables, and it's a bit like a full-grown man in the kindergarten classroom.
Yeah, the kiddie table.
Yeah, your knees are up around your shoulders, and
Douglan is just giggling, watching him, trying to move around.
I mean, you got to duck your head in there too.
Oh yeah.
I'm not short either. I'm a pretty big guy too. So. And I know
Fentra,
flexible.
Ventra gets out and is talking to everyone and anyone that she can possibly. She knows a few people who she sends over to the table that you guys are chatting with, and after a couple of hours, you pretty much exhaust the possibilities there. Between in the last 2 hours, anybody that was there is getting pretty pickled by now, and their value to the conversations are decreasing. But you're able to. Nobody has ever seen or heard of this stronghold. In particular, a couple of the gnomes have sailed sky ships along that coastline before. They have never seen anything along that coastline that would that they would believe in any way is a stronghold.
Right.
There's not on that south side of the mountains in the Shattered Lands. There's not a lot of people that live up there. It's a pretty uninhabited area, and nobody that's there at the tavern that night really has anything of much value to share with the group. People, and there are a few that have sailed skyships up there, not into the Shattered Lands, because skyships are badly affected by the magical energies that are in. So you can't actually sail a skyship into the Shattered Lands.
Gotcha.
It does weird things to the magic that allows
They're
them
flying
to fly.
magics.
The flying magics, yes.
They're ether crystals or whatever it is. Okay. Well, thank you. What's your name again? Sorry.
Ventra.
Ventra, thank you for taking us about. At the very least, we had some good food and met some fun people, so it was good.
Is it not just a little bit concerning to you that nobody has ever seen anything up there and we're going to look for it?
Well, my thought is that if this was a place inhabited by a group of powerful mages, even if it was old magic long ago, they probably have some sort of illusion, perhaps, or something that disguises their stronghold. It sounds like they were, opposed to other magical groups, wizardly groups of the age, those centuries ago, and so they might have had reason to keep things hidden. So, it is unfortunate. I was hoping to get some information, even a little bit, a hint of what we might expect, but
well, it has been useful in the fact that we know that it's not easily found, so we're not just going to fly up there and see it. If this thing you're looking for is there, it does sort of improve our chances that it's still there.
Yes. You have been looking at the maps that Fariedah gave us?
Yes.
And how far in do you think this place is? You said that, or I heard that airships cannot fly very far into the Shattered Lands, so will we have to walk a long ways, or how close can we get?
Now, comparing this map to the one that this Fariedah gave you, now you said she figures like 1,000 years could have things change in 1,000 years, but
Sure.
there are a couple of landmarks on her map that line up pretty nicely with some landmarks on our map still. Some large mountains that even after 1,000 years, they don't go away, you see. And, there is what looks to be a river that comes out of the mountains, and it sort of spreads out across a delta. And if that is still there somewhere, I should be able to sort of triangulate us into the right area, and with any luck, we'll find this river, and that river will lead us to what you're looking for.
Okay, very good. Should we go back to the ship then? I don't think there's any more reason to stay.
I would agree. I don't believe the captain would have been gone very long, and I am very interested to see if he was able to secure these mercenaries to help us.
Do you know of these mercenaries or know
Oh
anyone?
yes, they've traveled with us before. Fantastic bunch. Very easy to get along with. Very, very good at what they do. Davkis is their leader, I believe, and he is indeed a leader. We never actually got into any frays while we were on that exploration with them, but I definitely felt that if we had of, we would have been in good hands.
Excellent. Douglan?
No, you said what I wanted to, which was, what do you know about the mercenaries? But it sounds like you guys have a history together. I was just worried about
just one little exploration trip into the north, up around the crags.
Gotcha. Well, forgive my paranoia, but I not too long ago was, let's just say that our neighbors who we thought were good folk turned out to be not so good folk. So I just want to make sure that we don't hand over this ship to mercenaries. So
Oh, the captain would never have it. They're here to work for us, and I have no doubt that will be the arrangement.
it,
Okay, excellent.
I kind of whispered to Kogaan, hopefully out of earshot. You think we need to put him under, interrogation like we did, or should we just let it lie?
Do you want to try using one of your Zone of Truth spells?
What I was thinking, but let me, not without Murfitz's blessing,
yes.
of course.
I have a feeling it is probably okay, but if you're concerned, I mean, we should talk to Murfitz about it.
Yeah, it's just when we're off the ship, 8 armed mercenaries against 12 crew? Is it 12? I think it's 12. Right?
There
Something
is
like it's more than that.
12, 13, 14,
16?
15, 16, 17, 18, just about 20 of them. I'd have to.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's okay. And
They
they're
run
trained.
3 shifts, right?
They got the best training money could buy. So, all right. Now I'll just, flavoring it up. Douglan's a little gun shy with freaking zooms all over the place.
Okay to be suspicious, I think.
Yeah, you guys have had a few turncoats cross your paths in the most recently the commander.
Uh-huh. So yeah.
Douglan's probably a little bit gun shy. Or
Yeah, he's
ballista shy. I guess there's no guns, so he's a little bit ballista shy.
Yep.
All right, you returned to the Stargazer. You see the captain is indeed already back on deck, kind of pacing around, waiting for your return. And as you get back on, the deck of the Stargazer, Murfitz. Good news! They have agreed. They will join us. Quite interested in it. They sounded indeed. Now I took the opportunity to see how long they might be interested. They said with winter coming and all, they would be indefinitely interested in staying with us. So excellent news. 2 gold pieces per mercenary per day. So their payroll will be 20 gold pieces. Or sorry,
16.
let me do the math. It's 8 of them is 16 gold pieces per week. Nope, it's a 10-day week, so
day.
it would be
Per day.
16. What's that? 160.
160. No problem.
160 gold pieces a week.
Wait, sorry. 16 times 7, or are there 10 days in the week?
10 day.
It's 100.
Day
Well,
gold.
they're basically 16 gold pieces a day, 10 days in a week.
There is 10 days in the week. Okay,
Yep.
got it.
Yeah.
So 160.
So 160 gold pieces
GP.
per week.
per week. Okay. All right. Well, I think we're going to start to dip into the chest of that's not even on my treasure. I literally have a chest of 50 platinum, 245 GP, and 500 silver pieces. So we'll start there.
Yeah. All weeks have to be paid up front. So they
Yeah, I was
only got
going
to
to
pay
say,
them
why
by the
don't we
week.
start?
But
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to put this under ship, and he can use that as his. I'll keep it. I'll keep track of it.
just give yourself an inventory item as the ship,
Yeah.
and you can assign stuff, and then you can assign it as not carried, so you don't have to
Perfect.
have the weight
perfect.
affect you.
Cool.
All right, and so they will be here at first light in the morning, so we can be off to find your stronghold.
Great. I'm very excited.
All right, so off to bed then, gents, I would assume. All right. Spend a little time in the foggy dreams with the captain, talking about what's ahead, and Fentra joins you, and getting some thoughts around how these mercenaries are going to work into the activities on the ship. So the captain says they generally work in 2 crews of 4 who are on duty for 12 hours, then off duty for 12 hours, but all 8 of them will respond to any sort of ship emergency.
That makes sense. Good. During, like, right before bed, Kogaan will, in essence, it's like him kind of saying a prayer, but he's speaking to Hanuziak, and he's just trying. He obviously doesn't know how to, like, actually reach her. He's just hoping she can hear him, and he's gonna just say that, like, he's on the path to finding a cure for this problem, and that he'll mention the sill, and that they should be able to repair the sill in not too long.
Alrighty.
She'll know what the sill is for sure.
Yes. An ancient dragon will for sure.
Yeah.
All right. It is a quiet night on board the Stargazer here in Whistledown. And early in the morning, first light, you can hear discussion outside the ship. And you assume that Tumble Thump has arrived.
All right.
So
Go down and greet them.
Yeah, so it's a crew of 8 of them, and you know they're in plate armor. They all carry great swords and crossbows. You know they got their gear with them, their backpacks and stuff that they're going to be living on board the ship. During last night's discussion, It was decided that the 2 other rooms that are downstairs, so Douglan, you have a room, and Kogaan, you have a room. They took the bunk beds out of the other 2 rooms and put up hammocks. So they basically have a night shift room and a day shift room to get the ship set up properly. And yeah, so there will be a test at the end. So the day shift crew is Davkis, Braka, Erpo, and Rena. The night shift crew is Kartra, Jinzik, Labkos, and Lida. So there'll be a test at the end of the session today.
I'll just play that back. That 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Douglan has very
In
low
total, you have 5 men, 3 women.
So we have a crew of 5. No? Kogan's just hella sexist.
Yeah, when did that happen? Come
No.
on.
He's been hiding it. He's been hiding it very well up till now. Oh, I thought we were going to have 8 mercenaries.
Yeah.
And gnomes all look alike to you, right?
So 5 warriors and 3 armor polishers. Got it.
3 more
and-
cooks.
And 3 sandwich makers.
Oh my, you guys kill me.
No.
Okay. So Davkis.
You not met Maggie? Doggone.
Davkis is their
Yeah.
leader. And the second in command is Kartra. Who looks
Kartra?
after Kartra is one of the female gnomes. She looks after the night shift. And
I
once
just have to
everybody
say-
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. You all look very badass. You are very impressive. I feel like the ship is in very good hands.
Lyda, one of the female gnomes, she comes right up. She, obviously there's a
She's
massive
like 3.5 feet tall. Yeah.
There's a bit of a height. She kind of looks up, looks around, jumps up on the edge of the ship so she can look you eye to eye, and she goes, "Well, now I've never met a Dragonborn before. Can you fight?
Yes, I'm fairly capable.
Can you fight good though?"
I can fight very, very well, I think. Yes.
What about the shiny one over there? He fight good?
Yes, despite his apparent obvious age, he is a very adept fighter.
Yeah, I was a little worried. He thought I heard his knees cracking. Is that new? Or...
Oh no, don't be fooled. He's become
Okay.
much more limber and athletic since I've joined his company, and he is a very strategic fighter. He has lots of experience. Years and years and years of experience.
Davkis seeing Lyda, up sort of in Kogan's face. Hey, you! Behave yourself. We're going to be working with these folks for a while now. Davkis comes over and says, "Good day, gentlemen. The name's Davkis,
Good day.
and I look after this little motley crew we have here. And we're really looking forward. If what the captain has told me, there might be a little excitement, which we kind of like. That's what we do. And looking forward to working with you. Dragonborn, eh? Never met one of you before. You're pretty damn big. That's great. Always use a big guy in our corner, Kind of maybe we'll spar a little bit later, kind of get a feel
Good.
for how you fight.
Well, please keep in mind that Douglan and myself will not always be on the ship, so you may be required to defend this while we are gone. Which brings me to a question. Do not mean to be rude, but I am curious what your experience has been. Have you faced monsters and large creatures in the past?
Oh, indeed we have. Generally, we do what you see right here. We join Skyship ships as they go on explorations to sort of work as the security detail. Protect the ship against whatever it comes up against. And we've seen a monster or two in our life. Might have even given it to a
A dragon?
no, yeah.
It's okay. I'm
yeah.
not offended.
It's probably the biggest thing we've ever fought. Lost one of us even to a dragon once.
Of course, I would think so.
Yes.
Ventura says... Oh, sorry, Douglan.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kogaan, if I may ask. Davkis, are your lads and ladies there primarily, similar to Kogaan and myself, where we, use steel versus other means of taking down a foe?
We all fight by the blade. Douglan, is it?
That's right.
Yes. No casters, if that's what you're asking there, sir. We use our steel to make a point.
Understood. Just to know what we have.
No, we're not against magic, don't get us wrong, but that's just not what we provide for our dollar.
Do I notice like bows, crossbows, things of range?
Yep, they're all carrying a heavy crossbow.
Okay.
Yeah, they each have they're basically all decked out the same. They're wearing plate. Obviously customized very much for their size. Great swords and heavy crossbows, and then they each have their packs with all of their travel gear and stuff.
Personal belongings.
Yep.
Cool. Well, Douglan, I feel confident.
Well, listen, Norfitz and Ventra speak very highly of you. We're happy to have you because, unfortunately, my friend and I here seem to be attracting those that mean us harm, if you will. And the last thing we want is for this very fine crew to see bad days.
Indeed.
So, happy to have you.
More than just an escort job. You will most likely see action, so please be prepared for that.
Oh, we're counting on it.
All right.
This crew has grown on us, so treat them like family, huh?
Well, lucky for you, we've traveled together before, and they're a pretty good lot, I must say. Now, is just wondering that Cookie and Daori, I think it was, they wouldn't still be on the ship, would they?
Oh yes, they.
We're gonna eat so good.
You will, yes. They're very good.
Oh,
I've learned a lot.
And this guy here, you're gonna want to get at the table if this guy does some cooking too.
Mm-hmm. You like spicy
really?
food? I whip up some very spicy dishes if you are keen to be adventurous in your palate as well.
The Lyda, who's still sort of standing there, kind of turns towards Kogaan, and you're a cook?
Yes, I'm very well versed in cooking methods.
You cook, and you're a good fighter.
It's true, yes.
You have a girlfriend?
Andy's single.
Just curious,
Someday I hope to raise a clutch of my own, but for now, I need to focus on my Yadobala.
Of course, yeah. Everyone, I don't know what that is, but yeah, you should focus on that. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go fight something.
Lyda,
Yes.
I couldn't help but overhear your question to my friend when we first met. You're more than welcome to spar with either one of us anytime you'd like, and that goes for the rest of your crew too.
Well, thank you, Grandpa. That's a great offer of yours. I look forward to doing that.
Oh, I hope it's soon, Lyda.
Douglan's low-key pissed off right now.
She turns to Kogaan. Don't worry, I won't hurt him.
I don't think you can.
All right. Everyone gets the the mercenaries head downstairs with their gear and start getting. Davkis is immediately going through all of the ship, checking on supplies. In terms of the bolts and where the armor is, and just basically making sure that the ship is set up to be the most effective possible. You guys have done a lot of that already, and he's pretty happy with what he's seeing
Emergency
in terms
response ready.
making sure the weapons lockers are properly set up and the armor is out and easy for the ship's crew to get on and such. And the ship takes to the air and heads off towards the Shattered Lands. Now, if you're looking at your map, and I'm just going to, just for the heck of it, I'm going to share this so that those watching at home can see what we're talking about.
Hey, dude.
Is he in? I know he had.
Not tonight. No.
He had
He had something.
Warhammer. Had a Warhammer game tonight.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get that position there. Okay, if you are looking at your map, so the area that you're flying into is this large harbor area. It's right up there.
Mm-hmm.
It's somewhere back in there, so it'll take the ship the better part of the day to get there, so you'll be arriving early evening into that area. So the captain's hope is get there by daylight, and you'll have a bit of time to look around. So the ship arrives early evening. You've only got a couple of hours of daylight left when it takes you about 15 hours to get up there, but you left basically right at sunrise. So you're early evening. Actually, you're kind of late evening. And you begin sailing the coastline, and just as the end of day, as the sun's going down, Fentra, who's been, feels she's got the best idea, points to an area where it sort of the description of a river coming out of the mountains that branches out into a delta. And the ship heads up to that area, and it's not very far from the coast. Maybe a half click from the actual ocean that the river enters into a canyon. It's quite a deep, narrow canyon. You guys are able to fly over it a little bit with the ship, but it's hard to even see down in the canyon because, the rock kind of moves back and forth, and you can't even see the river down through the canyon. At most, from above, it gets to maybe 20 feet wide. So it's not a very big canyon. She kind of triangulates the mountains that are on her map and are on Fariedah's map, and she's feeling pretty comfortable that this is it.
Oh, so we have to descend into this canyon.
There's no way to get the ship into the
No,
canyon.
I mean like
You guys will have to
water.
travel into the canyon.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
So it's it's basically dark. So I'm gonna. Are you going to head in right away, or are you gonna wait till morning?
probably not. But I'm curious. Do you want us to go back to the bay and then take a rowboat of some sort into the canyon, or should we rappel down from can you land on the land here and we just
Murfitz
rappel
can
down?
put it down right on the beach.
Okay.
There's a wide enough area. Basically, he can put it right down on the beach, and we've talked about it before, but there's just a big cargo net they throw over the edge.
Yeah.
And you just crawl down the cargo net to the it reaches the ground from the
But there's not an inlet from the beach, right? There's land and then it picks back up through the canyon, correct?
Yeah, so you're basically Murfitz is going to put you down right at the delta, right? Now, this is not a huge delta, like we're not talking, but this is just an area where due to just the geological of the geology, of the area, the river that's coming out of the mountains just splits into all these little tributaries that go out. The river goes back through a forest, and then about a half click back, it enters into the canyon. So you'll be able to actually follow the river, and the walls of the canyon will just slowly start to raise around you as you walk into the canyon.
Okay, so we took the
walk right into it. No, go ahead.
We took the ship inland a little bit then.
Yes. So you flew in a little bit over the canyon for a ways. Murfitz is just really he doesn't want to get into the mountains too far because of the Shattered Lands. There's no way of knowing for sure where the magic of the Shattered Lands leaks into. Right, there's that big mountain range between the Shattered Lands and where you are.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to get in there very far.
Okay. Well, Douglan, we should probably tonight, before we go to bed, prepare rations and blankets and such as that, because we do not know how long we will be off ship for.
Yep.
This might not be a simple thing.
I need to prepare as well. So, yeah,
Okay.
I would say in the morning would be better. Also with the daylight.
Yeah, it's pretty much dark now, so you'd have to you'd have to head in by torchlight to get there. So
now we have a drift globe.
Murfitz has you guys are like maybe 30 feet in the air just on the shoreline. He's just got the ship stopped there, so in morning he'll just put it back down on the beach, so you can head in. Davkis pulls the captain, Fentra, and the two of you. You all head. It kind of pulls you all into the Foggy Dreams for a discussion, and he says, "Now, we need to get something straight because this is how it needs to be. We are responsible for everyone on this ship. And when you two go tootling off the ship, you'll be taking two of us with you."
What do you mean? You wish to accompany us?
Yes. We will be sending two of us with you.
Okay.
As I said, we're responsible for everyone on this ship. And, quite frankly, we just want some extra adventure.
You say so, but it seems very dangerous.
That's what you're paying us for.
Well, actually, no, that's not. We're paying you to protect the crew.
Don't worry. The 6 that are left behind can definitely take care of the ship and the crew. But we also need to help take care of the two of you.
I look over at Kogaan kind of like question on my face, like, are you okay with this?
I think perhaps having accompaniment till we find the fortress is probably not a bad idea, especially if we need to make a little base camp before entering the fortress, then they could maybe, and I kind of like whispered to Douglan, like, we could just leave them at base camp if necessary.
All right, Davkas, just who are the two? Introduce me.
Well, I'll be sending Broca.
Broca?
Broca? Broca Dazzle Peak. One of my best. Part of my crew. The day shift crew. And Lyda has asked to go along with you.
Of course she has.
Oh,
Yes.
it was her suggestion actually that it would be good for us to make sure the two of you get back to the ship as well.
All right. Lyda, Broca, let me be clear about something. We're gonna let you accompany us, but when we say to do something, you're gonna do it without question. Is that understood?
Davkus kind of looks to the two of them, and they both give you the nod. Davkus says it's understood that while they're with you, they're under your direction, not the other way around.
And I don't say that for any other reason that I need to keep everyone safe. It's more than just something I have to do. So keep that in mind. Kogaan and I have seen things, and I'm sure you have as well, but we can't have four independent minds. We all need to be on the same page. Okay?
Understood.
Okay.
Looking at you, Lyda.
Well, I suppose we should all get a good night's sleep. My nook is always open for cuddling, and as per usual. But yes.
Careful, Lyda. I'll be taking you up on that.
Oh, dude, you're gonna wake up with Lyda right next to you. That
Oh God,
is canon.
it's pure platonic though. That's just his like dragonborn nature, right? Just to like group
Dude.
sleep.
Bro, she's cock high on you, okay? So I don't want to hear it.
It's okay. She doesn't understand dragonborn anatomy. So.
Yeah, she's like curling up what she thinks is your arm, and it's like, oh my God.
So, guys, it's I think it's a good time for us to take a little biological before we carry on, and we will be back shortly.
Groovy.
Okay, we are back. And we will fast forward to early morning the next day. And Broca and Lyda are suited up, ready to go at first light. At first light, the captain puts the Stargazer back down on the beach. Everybody climbs down and prepares. Davka, Fentra, the captain, everybody kind of climbs down to see you off. And you guys head up the river.
So we're in a boat, or are we walking along?
No, you're just walking along the shore. Now you get a feel pretty quickly. This river is fairly wide. Yeah, well, actually, I'm not even going to say it's fairly wide. This river is maybe ranges 20 to 30 feet wide, but it doesn't look like it gets much more than a couple of feet deep.
Oh, weird.
And as you're and the current isn't very strong in the river, and as you're moving towards the mountains, getting into the foothills, into the canyon area where the river comes out of, the river continues to narrow, and it's probably only 10 10 feet or so wide when you get into the canyon where you are. Like you guys could see above it, it ranged in sort of 10 to 15 feet. When it gets into the canyon, it's varying depths, but you can you have to, sometimes you can walk along an edge. Sometimes you actually have to step down in the water, and because there's just no edge to walk on for a little bit, and you're just kind of transitioning between being able to walk along edges or just walking in the water itself.
All right. Mind your step, everyone. And I guess be on guard. Who knows what we're going to come across here. I will take the lead.
All right. You make your way cautiously along, as you said, not really knowing what it is you might come up on. And at times, the way the canyon, you can't even see the sky above you. There's still light getting down through, but the way the rock kind of weaves back and forth overhead in some narrower spots. Go ahead.
Let's say Venture suspects that the entrance might be somewhere in the canyon.
Yes.
That's the idea.
From what the map showed, the entrance appears to be in this canyon somewhere.
Okay. Cool.
Colin, when you do eventually get, if we do have combat, I'm going to cast Aid, but it's an 8-hour thing, so whenever you're ready, so everybody gets 5 and a boost.
You've cast it already. You're just saying we'll just deal with it.
Yeah,
at that time.
And it's up to 3 creatures within range. So, I would say that Kogaan, I think you're the hardiest, so maybe I'll give it to me and the other 2.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're not moving super fast because you are transitioning in and out of the river. The current is not super strong. A few narrower areas. Kogaan, you have to give Broca and Lyda a bit of a hand because, to your thigh is to their waist, and you notice that the canyon is narrowing and the water level is dropping. So a lot of the water is coming in from little tributaries out of the rock and building the volume that went out the other side, but it's getting less and less as you move up through the canyon. And eventually you kind of come around a corner and you see where the river kind of goes off to your right. To the left, there is a bit of a rock base, and right up against the rock wall is a tunnel that enters the rock.
Are there any markings around it?
Right over top of it, right over the top of the cave, there is a single round stone with what you previously come to know is the symbol for the Order of the Timeless. It's on the map that Fentra gave you guys.
Well, Douglan, what do you figure?
I think
Head in?
I think so. I think we have to proceed.
Do we want to use the sending stone now and let Murfitz know that we found an entrance? Now we're going in. We only get one use.
No, perhaps let's hold on to it.
Okay. You want to use your new drift globe?
For sure. Yeah, I'm gonna pop that on. So we have it's like a floating light source, right? And it
It,
follows.
yeah, as you get away from it, it starts to follow you.
Yeah,
As you start to get out of its,
yeah.
it's in the description there exactly,
Yeah.
but I think it's
Yeah. We're gonna have a light source that we fortunately don't have to hold on to. So definitely we'll
Magically
pop that
leashed.
sucker up.
all right. Broca and Lyda, they kind of um so Broca goes, well, if we're going in here, which I assume we are, um, I'd prefer not to be carrying all this gear with me if I got to tangle with anything, should we maybe just leave our stuff out here? Do you think we'll be coming back out this way?
I think even if we don't come out this way, we will probably come by this way on the way back. So, sure.
How much stuff is it?
That they're carrying? Well, you guys were sort of carrying a bunch of gear ready for
Yeah.
travel, right?
Bedrolls,
Bedrolls and
Camping and all that
backpacks
stuff.
and all that sort of
rations,
stuff.
pots.
He's just suggesting maybe you stash it here so that well, they just feel better ready to fight if
Yeah.
necessary.
Is our we got a bag of holding, or am I again
Yep.
hallucinating? Yeah.
Nope. You do have one.
Do you have enough room in there? Kogaan?
In the bag of holding. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember. I know there's
Or
lots of.
do I have it? I have it.
I think
Sorry.
you have it.
I am so stupid. I have it. Um, I can fit in character. Um, Broca, I'm not a big fan of leaving things behind here because you may go in one way, but you could be coming out another, and sometimes in a hurry. Um, Let me see that gear, and I'm going to try to see if I can't fit it into the bag of holding because I don't have anything in it right now.
No, I mean you carried all the coin from Tressa's in it, but I would
Mm.
assume all that coin is now stashed
At the ship,
at the
yeah,
ship, right?
yeah. That all that chest, all of that coin, we're going to put
Yeah,
and
leave it
guard
in
it
your
on the
room
ship.
at the ship.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean it would make sense that you'd want to carry the bag of holding as empty as possible for anything you find along the way, right?
yeah. I mean, I've got stuff like a bar of elder steel. I'm not schlepping that around. That'll be in my room. Now
I
I
got
will
my
have,
bar.
yeah, I got my grappling hook. I got my rope. But I'm looking through here and there's nothing that would overbear even me without a bag of holding.
Yep,
So,
we'll assume there's lots of room in the bag of holding for their gear.
yeah. So, yeah, let's you know, I just looked to the two mercenaries that have joined us. Let Kogon and I take the lead here. Keep an eye out behind. We were told by our friend that those, or rumors are that those that have protected this place deal in necromancy. All right. So I would say there's a better than even chance that we might be seeing some undead. Okay. So be prepared.
Lyda goes, so we get to kill him again?
Yes, lass.
Oh,
Hopefully.
I'm
I
liking
guess.
this.
Hopefully, yes.
All right.
All right. Douglan, I can take the lead. My Unique rune gives me excellent eyesight in the dark, up to 120 feet. So,
Well, we do have uh, light.
yep, but I can
We
see
it
beyond the
it
globe's radius. So,
Perfect. After you, Lon.
if necessary.
Right, you enter the the tunnel. This tunnel does not go very far back. Maybe 40, 50 feet back. When you enter this room, the room is not a cavern. It has clearly been carved into this rock.
Okay.
It is not a natural occurring cavern. What you're immediately struck by is this room, and you've seen it as you're cautiously approaching, is lit by a source that you can't see. Somehow the room is just lit, almost like there was a light source, but you can't see what the light source is.
Does it have any sort of colored glow to it, or is it just like it would be as if
It's
torches were in there?
like you would get from some sort of light spell. So
Okay.
I've always thought it's kind of a bit of a bluish, unnatural light comes from
Sure.
it. You can see three three fire pits that are slightly built up from the ground. There is flames coming up from them now. All three fire pits are lit. And then around the outside of the room, you can see some pots and pottery, that sort of thing. And then there are a couple of pedestals on the wall. And what immediately catches your eye as you move towards entering the room is these enormous iron doors that are closed on the opposite side of the room from where you've entered.
How far away are the doors?
They're about 30 feet away from where you stand right now.
Okay. Douglan's going to use one of his 3 uses of divine sense. Basically, I'll read it to you. The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music. So it sees either or. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type of any being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. So, like if it's celestial, fiend, or undead, I know, but not if it's a vampire or the Count
Or whatever.
Strad van Zarovich.
So
for instance.
essentially, it would have to be somewhere in this room because it has to be. It
Yeah,
can't be hidden from your view.
right. Yeah, I mean, that's why I was like, I'm going to use one now and just see if this room has any
Douglan,
surprises.
you do not sense anything of that nature in this room, although you do just have a feeling of death.
There's an ill smell about this place.
Broca.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, I just
Broca, get yourself under control.
sounds.
Does he always break wind when he's nervous, Lyda?
Yeah, but I always know where he is then.
Touche. Well, should we go take a look at these doors, I guess?
Yep.
Are they push door or pull door?
It would appear they open into the room you are in.
Okay. Are there any sort of latches or anything?
No, there's no types of handles or anything. Now, the doors are all metal, all iron. They have sort of an ornate carvings on them. It doesn't really seem like it's meant to be anything other than ornamental. And then there are these about 4-inch spikes that come out of the doorway, kind of all over the door. They're worked into the ornate look of it. But there's every foot or so on this door in a somewhat random pattern that matches the ornate carving in the steel are these spikes. Okay, if we give me a second here, I am going to plop you guys on a map and show you what's up.
Okie dokie. We're getting plopped.
I'm taking off my defensive stature unless and until I put it on. It was on from the last fight. My thing.
Yep, ting. Mm-hmm.
Gotta get this map positioned on here for those at home. Weird to do it this way. I found a fault in my current setup because I have to watch the live feed to move the map, and I can't see it in live time.
That's exactly what I'd expect Lyda to look like.
This is full on punk.
Yep.
Part of what was that? Gemma? What was it called? There's a cartoon back in the day. I don't remember now. Is it Girl Rockers? I can't remember. Anyways. She looks kind of cool, actually.
All right.
Kogaan's
So
interested.
that shared okay? Everybody can see all right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see, I described there's kind of the pottery around the outside edges, the 3 fire pits. So these pits just come to this sort of bowl that sits, about a foot off the ground or a foot out of the ground with the fires burning up out of them. The doors are directly across from you. And then those 2 little pedestals on either side of the door is what you are seeing.
Okie
The entire room, as you start to kind of move into it, feels unnaturally cold.
Right. Kogaan, I didn't sense any undead in this room, so perhaps we can proceed, but there's definitely something unnatural.
Okay.
There's 3 fires burning, and it's cold as an ice box. I'll go to the left, and you go to the right, eh?
Very good. We need to proceed, so up we go.
I do it 5 at a time. Sorry,
Yeah.
Colin.
I
I was wondering if something was gonna trigger.
Hey, fair enough.
Kogaan just dashes 20 feet.
All right, so those are, they're fairly large doors. We're talking, they're about 7-8 feet each. The ceilings in this room are very high. They're about 20 feet high. These doors are about 15 feet high, so they're quite large.
Well, is there a place you can get a hand on and try to pull them open?
So they do look like they open into the room.
Yes.
And they are closed together so tightly you can't even see light through it. They're very, very well crafted.
Maybe there's like a switch or something on the walls. So I'll be looking for a switch. A lever.
Gonna look around.
Yep. Lyda broke up. Maybe look around on that side for a lever or something on the wall to open this door.
All right, let's get some investigation checks as you all search the room.
Investigation.
A -1.
I know.
Yeah.
We are so intelligent.
Kogaan. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Kogaan. My apologies. Douglan. You guys are searching about the room, and you come to a bit of a strange finding. So you notice that Douglan, I'm going to assume you're searching the left side of the room, and
Correct.
Kogaan, you're searching the right. As you move towards the left portion of the room, towards the other fire pit, you notice that fire pit is giving off heat.
But not the one in the middle.
You just came from the one in the middle, and it is not giving off heat.
Kogaan,
Yes.
there's something strange here.
Okay.
Fire in the middle. I'm not feeling any heat. The one over there, giving off something. A little bit more normal.
Let me check this one on the right. Is the one on the right giving off heat?
Yes, the one on the other side of the room. It's not a lot of heat, and it doesn't throw very far. Like, it unnaturally doesn't throw very far. You have to be within a couple of feet of it to start to feel the heat that's coming off it. But both of you walked by the one in the middle, and it wasn't giving off any heat. And the room still is, as I said, unnaturally cold.
Maybe I'll go to the middle one, and I'll take like a piece of fabric or something and try to toss it in the fire and see if it lights up.
All right, you throw the fabric into the flame, and it just falls into the bottom, and it did not seem to burn.
Okay. Douglan, I think this one might be an illusion.
Perhaps. Broca, stick your hand in there.
No,
Just
I will
kidding.
do it.
I am just kidding.
Hey, you, hired hand, come over
Yeah.
here.
I am resistant to fire, Douglan, so if it is not an illusion, it won't harm me very much. So I will maybe put my hand in and look for a switch, maybe hidden beneath its illusion.
All right,
That's what
give us an investigation check.
All right. Oh, come on.
That's hilarious. You rolled the same thing twice. Okay, Kogaan, you put your hand in. There's no heat. It does not burn. There is definitely a space down there. It takes you a little while of feeling around, but you find what feels like a lever.
Okay.
Your arm's down there quite a ways.
Yeah.
and you get a hold of some type of lever.
Okay. I think I found something. Stand back from the door. And I'll
Okay, so guys, move yourselves to where you'll be.
say I'm right.
Yeah, I mean, I think
here.
if he's, I'm gonna, yeah, come back a little bit there.
Because you can see the doors open
Inwards.
yeah, inward.
Towards us. Yeah.
All right. I will pull on the lever.
So Lyda and Broca have pulled out their heavy crossbows, and they're both sort of watching at the door as you prepare to open it. Kogaan, as you pull the lever, you guys hear kind of grinding sounds, and then a loud kind of iron squeaky sound as these doors open up into the room towards you.
Nice. First puzzle solved.
Now, just a clerical point for everyone as we move through the stronghold. Okay, at time there are going to be the doors. You'll see the little symbol for the door.
Mm-hmm.
Don't open it until we actually do it in gameplay.
Yeah.
Just in case there's anything related to the door that I get to kill you with. I want to make sure I get a chance to use it.
Yeah. Don't interact with the map, is what you're saying. Just
Yeah.
I'll open any doors once you deal with anything related to them.
Fair enough.
Sure thing.
I can't speak for Lyda and Broca, but I won't. The other two, I can't make.
You don't know what those two are gonna do.
They look
Especially
like
that Lyda.
They look like trouble.
She's a firecracker. All right. You open the door and you see down a long hallway. What immediately catches your eye is that this room, like the one you're in, is unnaturally lit somehow. You can't see a light source. As the doors open, just this foul, stale, cold air billows out into the room you're in. It's even the room you're in is cold, but this air is even colder as it opens up into the inner workings of this stronghold.
Right. Well, Douglan.
What you are then next sort of caught, which don't immediately, because of the fact they're so old, but there are 4 figures standing in the room. They're wearing very old, tattered robes, carrying what look to be old wooden staves, and all 4 of them turn and look at you.
Like in the hallway here?
Long
I will
corridor?
show you exactly where
okay.
they are
Got it.
here. And roll for initiative.
Oh, snap.
Snapperoonie.
Very dangerous. Undead.
All right, Douglan.
Sick.
Sweet.
Wow.
He just doesn't want to hear it from Lyda. Old guy last. Doesn't want to hear it.
I'm last.
Oh my God, look at us. Holy shit.
Yeah, not on the game. Broca, Lyda, be careful.
Go get him, guys.
Oh,
can I do the aid?
a 3 and a 1, guys.
I know.
Yes, let's get that aid out of the way there. Yeah, so these creatures that are standing there, as they turn, skeleton faces, skeleton hands, they're dressed in these dark, tattered robes, that just look like old with time, and they're holding on to these staves. All four of them are pretty much the exact same makeup.
All right. One of these might be the staff that we need. Might be what's it called? Encounter sign.
All right, and we'll start at the top of the order with our skeleton mage.
Shit.
All right.
Everybody's within 10 feet of me, so they all have aura of awesomeness.
All right. Did you throw it on everybody there?
I'm gonna do that right now, until they move, and then I'll take it off.
Yeah.
All right. Our first mage moves forward. It puts out its bony hand, and this fiery bolt blasts from its hand towards Kogaan.
I'll draw a lot of attention, Lyda. You'll see that. Whoa! Plus 16. Fuck is this?
The hell?
We's in trouble, man.
Yeah, dude, plus 16.
Oh, look at you. Partially resistant to fire.
Yep.
All right. That's it for our first mage. So it just blasts this fire bolt at you. Clearly, it did not read up on its dragon anatomy. Next time. All right, Lyda lets loose with her heavy crossbow at this skeleton mage.
Lyda lets loose. I love it.
You got this.
All
Nice.
right.
The heavy bolt strikes it. Oh,
Ooh.
nicely done, Lyda. It tears a bunch of the robe off of this thing, and a rib goes flying out, and you can see it's just a skeleton underneath that robe. All right,
Excellent.
our second skeleton mage moves forward to here, and he fires a bolt at Lyda.
No.
Same thing. It's the same sort of fire bolt that that was shot at Kogaan. Hits.
Plus 16. All right.
She's able to thankfully avoid most of it, and she's all right. Didn't hurt too bad. Skeleton Mage 10. So they seem to be just forming up a line here in resistance to you entering. It takes a same sort of thing, the firebolt blast towards Douglan.
Nice.
It still
Blows
might
himself
hit.
up.
It
Oh,
popped
knee
the knee awkwardly.
hyperextends. Oh,
Quarter
God.
movement.
That hurt even Douglan.
Well, these are, if you think you have old
Looking in a
knees,
mirror.
like these are millennia old knees
Oh
that this
my
guy's
God.
on. And... All right. And that takes us to Broca, who shoots. Who are you shooting at there, Broca? Gonna shoot at. Skeleton Mage 5. Oh, Broca. You failed. Lyda's laughing at him already. And our next Skeleton Mage is... He just moves in behind the rest here. You can see he...
put a fighter boss back.
He... where are we here? Don't do that. Wait a second here, guys. Fantasy Grounds threw that spell where I couldn't get at it. All right. You see this ghostly skeletal hand, like this giant ghostly skeletal hand, moves towards Kogaan. It is casting Chill Touch.
No!
A 16.
It hits.
Jacked. Oof. Can't recover hit points for a round.
Yeah, for a round, right?
All right,
so.
so take 7 points of damage. So on a hit, the target takes 1d8 necrotic damage, and it can't regain hit points until the start of its next turn. Until then, the hand clings to the target. So this icy necrotic hand is got a grip on you there, Kogaan.
Get off!
All right, Douglan. Things are looking good, Douglan. Just a couple of skeleton-y mages attacking.
It's all good. All right, he's gonna pop right here. Oh, let me go there, and then there. His knees are popping. Light is probably laughing.
Skeletal Mage 10, he gets it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he's got that bad knee going now.
He's got his halberd in one hand. He reaches back and, chants a word. Luminex. And the thing starts to... He chucks his javelin straight down this row right here. I'm going to target this gent and this gent.
Alrighty.
And I think I have a button now. So I roll the hit first, right? No, I do the what do you call it?
You roll the hit on your final target first.
Okay, so do that first, and then the lightning.
Be careful,
stuff.
because with both targeted, it's gonna roll attack roll against both of them. Probably.
No, I know. Do you want me to do the lightning stuff first, or the hit first?
So target just the first guy and see if he hit.
Okay, because it's.
I think you're gonna hit the guy behind, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit the guy behind.
Yep.
So yeah.
So just target him to start. Yeah.
Got it.
I think that's how best to do it. Then if you get that hit, then you can do the damage. You can target the other guy and do the damage. But
so there's two things that happen. The lightning may still affect even if I miss.
Yes.
It'll affect the first guy for sure,
Yep.
regardless, but it might not affect the last guy.
Right. Okay, so let's see if it hits. Javelin. That do no. Okay. Oh,
Hit.
all right.
Skeleton. Low
All right.
arm.
So we'll do some jav damage.
They hit big,
right.
but they also get hit big.
There we go. And then I'll target.
Both. Well,
I think it's both though. Let
the
me
one
read
guy,
it.
the one guy you hit doesn't make a saving throw. He just takes the lightning damage.
Got it. Okay.
And then the guy that's in the path saves against.
Saves. Okay. So I'll target the guy in the path with
Yep.
Saving
and
throw.
right. And he. What happened?
you did an
That's weird.
attack.
It says cast.
No, it did save, but it was at whatever sort of advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So he saves. So he
Yep.
doesn't. He takes half damage though, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So then let me target both and then do the damage. I think that's right. I'll look it up when we.
I think it's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Step aside, Douglan. Step to your side, please.
Which side would you like?
Just step
Kogal?
aside. I need the-
Any side?
Yes.
Out of the way? Okay.
So
talking.
Douglan, as your javelin strikes, so the first guy, the lightning doesn't seem to affect him, but as your lightning strikes the guy behind, he literally explodes into pieces.
All right. And I think I had 10 left, so I'm going to pop to the side because Kogaan and Douglan's finely tuned training comes out. It's like they're one.
We communicated. All right. I will step up to here first. And then, where's my target? Target mode. I will breathe fiery breath on these three guys with my first attack.
Alrighty, nice.
Couple saves, couple hits.
One failed.
Nice. And then target. I will run up to here. My rest of my movement and flail at skeleton mage
6.
number 6. I think you just click on it. Oh no, it's like, what is it? Hold control or something like that.
To do.
Just to target him if you wanted to target.
Yeah, if you hold control and click on him, it'll target him.
Okay.
A hit.
Oh, of course. All right. That's my turn.
All right.
Vulnerable to bludgeoning damage because he's a skeleton. Interesting.
Lyda,
Go, Lyda, go.
takes another shot with her heavy crossbow, shooting across at skeleton mage 10. All right.
Someday.
Sorry. I keep clicking on stuff, and Fantasy Grounds is being so nice as to hide it behind my camera all the time.
Oh.
I have to go looking for it. But here we go. A shot. Oh, Lyda. So, yeah, nice miss. Fantastic. All right. Skeletal Mage 6. Is going to cast the magic missile on Kogaan. Stop doing that. right, so we get 3 glowing darts of magical force hitting Kogaan.
Dang.
Ouchie.
Oh,
Nice.
I accidentally dropped it on himself.
He killed himself.
That's just not how you do it, son.
These mages are stupid.
Just let me... Well, you know, they've been out of it for a little while, so... Let me take that damage.
They've got dementia.
Okay, Kogaan, I'll be putting that 9 points of damage on you instead.
Alright.
Yeah, I know, if you got to, right? Alright. Maybe the DM is losing it. Yet to be determined. Alright. Number 10 is also going to switch to Magic Missile against Kogaan. You're all up in their grill,
Tell me to get out of the
Kogaan.
way.
I didn't think you'd go that far.
Takes us to Broca, who takes another shot with his heavy crossbow. What can you hit there, son?
Douglan sends some words of encouragement. Broca, get your shit together.
Oh, those are the best words of encouragement. There he goes.
Nice.
Just needed some tough love.
Not bad. Not bad. And that takes us to Douglan.
Yeah, Kogan's getting, beaten like a pincushion here. Right there.
Nice.
It's gonna take a swing at number 10. Gonna take several probably.
A hit.
Nice.
More of this skeleton mage's its clothes and its bones are shattering off as you strike it.
Yeah, he's kind of using the flat of his blade, trying to use it a little bit more, and he's gonna use the butt end here. Sweet.
Bludgeoning damage. Very good.
Like,
All right.
whoosh. And then the butt just pops the head right off.
Well done, Doug.
The head flies up, shatters against the wall into pieces.
Kogaan, stop playing around, lad.
Oh, I breathed fire. It was very good.
It was very impressive, but then they shot you all full of holes here.
All right, Kogaan.
Time to die. I will flail mightily.
Hopefully not.
I don't know why it's doing advantage.
Oh, you probably kept him prone
Oh,
because he went down.
that's exactly it. Yeah, thank you.
Anyway, well, it doesn't matter. I don't think I can miss unless I roll a nat 1.
No, I will take. Oh yeah, I knocked him down. I got it. Now he is down.
And with my second attack, I smash his skull.
What's left of his skull?
Okay. Well, that hurt. I'm going to drink one of these potions.
No, wait. Perhaps. Why don't you knock yourself with the rod a little bit? Because that seems to come back the next day.
Oh, very economical of you. Okay, I will use a rod of healing. Maybe level 2. And I guess I'm ready to target myself.
Yes,
Can I target myself?
you can. If you just drag whatever the healing you're going to use and drop it
That's
on
true.
yourself, it'll work.
It's okay, I suppose.
Better than a slap in the head with the tuna.
No.
If you need more, lad, take it.
I'll do one more, maybe. There we go. That feels much better. How's
So-
everyone else doing?
I'm fine.
Good, good.
We're good. Lyda's looking. Did you breathe fire?
Oh, yes, of course. You know, I am also much like a dragon, so I can breathe fire.
By the gods, I'm liking you more every time I get to meet you.
Well, you did a very good shot with your crossbow, and you have fantastic hair, so I think you're very good too.
Oh, well, thanks. Takes a lot of work to do this.
Kogaan will go and grab each staff.
Yeah,
If
Douglan's
you
gonna go grab his javelin and look at Lyda like, you didn't see the lightning?
Oh, Grandpa, you did a great job. You did a great job.
He starts grumbling to himself like a grandpa would. Whippersnappers.
Kogaan, as you grab onto their staves,
You know,
they literally
family
crumble in your hand. The
Okay.
dry rot in these things is so bad that, like, you literally you pick this thing up and it just breaks into almost dust. It is so old.
No countersigns here.
Yeah, I don't think these are the right ones.
Nope. Well,
Yeah, if we're okay to keep moving, I'd like to get out of this place as soon as possible.
indeed.
All right, I'm gonna go right up to here. Nothing else on the bodies, I assume. Can we look?
Nothing. These things were
Nothing.
literally a skeleton wearing what was left of tattered robes, holding on to these decrepit old wooden staves.
Got it.
Maybe old members of the Timeless.
Perhaps.
A couple doors there.
So you see down the hallway. At the end of the short hallway, there looks like there's just a table and chairs. There is a door on the left and a door on the right. Kogaan, from where you are, a little further down the hallway, the main hallway, there is a door on the right as well.
Okay.
Why don't I take the lead on this one, big guy?
Oh, okay. What are you thinking?
Well, let's check to the left here.
Okay.
Lyda and Broca, can you watch R6 there? Go ahead a little bit ahead of Kogaan and keep your eyes down the hall into the door to the right there. Perfect. And then I will check the door to the south, if I may.
Yep, that's all right. The door is a very similar makeup to the main doors. So it is an iron door, same sort of ornate carvings and spikes on it. There is a handle on this door.
I'll listen for a moment and then I'm gonna
Jam a spike in your ear?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll try to push it with my halberd to see if it opens, and if it doesn't, I'll turn the handle.
The door is closed. It doesn't push open.
I'll turn
Pull
the handle.
Pull door.
Yep, the handle, you push on it for hours, it will not open. It's a pull door. No. You use the handle and the door, with a little resistance, as if a door that has not been used in a long period of time. It definitely squeaks and moans as you open it. But you see into the room. You can see there looks like there are some beds in this room. Your immediate vibe is that this is some sort of dormitory room.
I go in.
All right. Yeah, you can see there are 3 beds, couple of chairs in front of a fireplace. Right as you enter the room, there's some sort of little stand. It looks like they probably propped those wooden staves up here. Is the way that it's cut out. The only thing you know that really catches your interest is under each bed there's like a wooden box, no top to it, just a wooden box, like a shelf slid under the bed.
Got it. I'm gonna check it all.
So, Douglan, as you kind of move towards the first bed there closest to you, drop down on a knee. You grab onto this box to pull on it, and it actually just breaks. Like the front just breaks right off.
Just rotted away.
Just rotted away. The you know, like you can just see everything in here. You like you push on the bed and it starts to break. It's just rotted, everything in here. But dry rot, not like moldy rot, just from being so old that you know, you're pretty sure if you could put your fist through this bed, you know, it's that rotten.
Are there any like diamonds? Because you know those last forever.
In each bed, there's 5,000 gold piece diamonds.
Sweet.
Yeah,
We can resurrect
it's just
anytime
money.
we want.
Yeah, exactly.
And
under each of the bed, it looks like the remnants of robes, and like one of the box has what might have been a book, but you literally touch it and it just goes to dust.
Just yeah, he kind of thinks to himself, Fariedah said 1,000 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That it was a long time. What about is that a dresser to the west?
Fireplace.
Oh, it's a fireplace. Okay,
Yep.
got it.
The 2 chairs are sitting in front of an old fireplace.
Yeah, I mean, he'll check everything. He's gonna kind of use his halberd to touch stuff, you know, and he's gonna move stuff out of the way if it's gonna
Pretty much
disintegrate.
everything you're touching or moving in this room is falling to pieces.
Got it. All right. Well, then he will head out. Nothing but dust, Kogaan. Everything's just crumbling.
Okay, holler if you need me.
And he's gonna go to the north.
All right. This room looks very similar to the other. Looks like it might have been another dormitory space of some sort. You know, Douglan, the vibe you get, this is probably where those guards used to live in their other life.
Yeah.
Or when they had a life.
Many, many, many years ago.
A search of this room basically comes up with the same thing. Same thing. Everything falls apart as you manipulate and push it around.
I will close both doors behind me once I leave. Just, you know, with the noise they make, if anything should come from there, we'll know.
You'd hear it.
And then, yeah, I'll join Kogaan and just let him know that everything is really old, lad. Like, really, really old.
And you're an expert.
You see, like, the halberd light up a little bit with its light. Like, there's just a little hint of a glow. And then it goes away.
I would take the lead on this door. Should move up. Advance a little bit.
Kogaan. Once again, this door is similar to all the others. It seems just to be the decor. You know, it's a fairly standard sized door. But iron with the same sort of carvings and those spikes sticking out of it. It does have a handle.
All right. I will grab the handle and open the door.
The door appears to be locked.
So is there like a latch on the handle? It's not just a gripping thing. It's like
It's just a ring that you would grab on to push the door or pull it closed.
And is there any sort of like keyhole? Is there an actual keyhole anywhere?
No, your thought is this is barred somehow from the backside, or the latching mechanism only works from the backside of this door.
This door seems stuck.
I mean, I had no problem opening my doors. I don't know why you're having.
Oh, okay. I see. Well, I could try reefing on it, I suppose, but if I break the handle or if we make a lot of noise, that might not be very good. I don't know.
Maybe our new friends have some tricky things up their sleeves.
Maybe, but there's no.
Baroka, are you any good with locked doors?
Sorry, we usually just try and put a shoulder in it, but I ain't putting a shoulder in that door.
No. And there's no keyhole, Douglan. There's nothing to work with. So. We'll just carry on.
You sure?
Well, unless you have a quick idea on what to do. You're the one who didn't want to spend more time here than... Well, I don't think anyone wants to spend any more time here than is necessary.
Boca goes, yep, I'm voting with that one. No more time here than we need to. This place is creeping me out.
No, I agree with y'all, but aren't precious things usually behind locked doors?
All right, fine. I will put some muscle into it and try to force this door open, I suppose.
So the door swings into the room.
But I'd have to push on it.
Yeah, and you're in danger of spiking yourself if you.
Douglan, it's a push door, and I don't want to pierce my skin.
Let's see. Sorry, lad. I got something in my throat.
Lyda's got this big grin. It's like, I'm gonna like working with you too.
All right. If you want to leave it for now, that's fine. All right. Let's carry on.
Okay.
So we're gonna carry on.
Upwards. You want me to go first?
Yeah. You need to toughen up a little bit.
Right.
Douglan's thinking to himself, man, that belt, it's done something to him. He's so cordial and nice.
All right. I mean, Kogaan. As you get up to there is a hallway that goes off towards the west. Just a short distance to a door. As you approach this area, there is a strange sort of burning, metallic, earthy, different sort of smell that's in the air. And you hear something on the other side of the door. It might be crackling or like maybe a fire. It's hard to really put your finger on it. The door is sort of muffling the sound.
Does it smell sulfurous?
No, it's more like it's more of a metal-y kind of smell. It's not something that's very very common.
Like, smells like a forge almost.
Where's it coming from, lad?
The doorway to our left, right here.
Shall we? You want me to go ahead?
Sure, be careful. Be careful touching the door. It might be very hot.
Okay. I'll get
Put your hand
close.
by the handle.
Yeah. I'll just hover it over if there's, by the door, see if I feel anything.
So this door has a handle similar to the ones that allowed you into the 2 dormitory rooms. It appears you can actually turn the latching mechanism and the door opens into the room.
Okay, and is it hot?
It's warm. It's unnaturally warm, but not hot. But roll a investigation check for me, Douglan.
My favorite skill. Ooh,
Not bad.
not bad.
You notice as you put your hand towards the door, Douglan, the hair on your arm starts to stand up.
Kogaan.
Yes.
Something tells me I turn that knob, something bad's gonna happen. So just be ready with that healing rod, okay?
Down the hall you hear Lyda. But they keep good things behind locked doors.
Here's a smart ass little.
She takes after you, Douglan.
All right.
All right.
I'm
Maybe
going
you
to...
two should move up. Yes. Come. Be ready.
Kogaan, go. Don't stay right behind me. Go around the corner.
Okay, I'll step around this corner.
All right.
Okay.
Kogaan, you see down a long, narrow hallway. There seems several hallways off of this one. And you can just catch a bit of a peek into a room off to your left there towards the north.
Yeah, I see. Some open walkways down this hallway, but I will wait here for you, Douglan.
Okay.
To support you.
I will. Oh, by the way, take off the aura from the 2. Kogaan still has it, but not
They no longer
Lyda
have
or
it.
Broca.
All right.
No more auras for them.
For now.
Yes, but so Douglan, yeah, he's gonna reach, turn, and open.
All right. So as you grab onto the door, you can feel electrical energy. Not super painful, but just like a very dull shock. The room is glowing with this greenish light that seems to emanate from some sort of light pattern that's on the floor. And there are arcs of electricity coming up from the floor, just branching all around the room.
Like a Tesla thing. Right?
Yes, very much like that.
Nothing. At first he said, Kogaan, I don't seem to be having any trouble with doors, but again, maybe you just got unlucky. Come take a look at this.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to go in, but just kind of peek over.
I'll take a look past Douglan. Whoa.
Yeah, so it's not a particularly large room. There is this green light pattern on the floor, and like that sort of metallic-y smell is really powerful once the door is open. Obviously, from a meta standpoint, it's kind of like a burning electrical smell that, it's not a smell that's familiar to the party. And it just seems to be arcing up out of this thing on the floor, just strikes the walls, and you can, it doesn't seem to have much of effect on anything in there, but definitely doesn't look inviting.
I'm gonna grab a copper and flick it in there.
It doesn't seem to do anything, Douglan. Like when you throw it in there, it just keeps doing what it's doing. You do notice when it hits the ground that little arcs of electricity come out of the ground and kind of, as it bounces along the ground, it follows it until the coin stops and comes to a rest, and then nothing.
Well, nothing for us here. No staff in there or anything, so...
All right. Perhaps
Sure.
a power source of some kind.
Who knows? I mean, it could be some sort of summoning portal, maybe. Or...
If only there was a check you could do.
I mean, I do have training in Arcana.
Well, give her a whirl then.
If you like, I would have some familiarity from a magical side potentially, and I do have a bit of training.
I most certainly do not.
Give us an
I don't.
Arcana check.
Awesome.
Come on, Kogaan.
This is clearly a green light thingy.
I rolled 11 on my vibe. Remember?
That's true.
Where it's,
That's
it's
true.
happening.
It's coming to fruition.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not proficient, so I assume I couldn't give her a whirl.
You can always give it a whirl. You don't have to be proficient to try. It's just not one of your sweet spots. No idea, Douglan.
Can I make a persuasion check?
Against me?
Yes.
Love it.
So, yeah, I'm stumped, lad.
It's okay. I mean, it's a strange place. Not everything here is going to make sense. It's a wizard's fortress.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. This place, it hurts my brain.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. All right, well, another mystery left unsolved.
Are you going to close the door?
I am very much going to close the door.
All right.
I'm sure Lafferty or Landis could figure it out, but
But those sons of bitches decided to go elsewhere, didn't they?
yes, they did. Okay.
All right, Kogaan, you see back down this long hallway. At the very far end of the hallway, Kogaan, there is another door similar to the ones that you've encountered on your last two doors. There is an archway that goes off into some room to the left there.
Let's take a quick peek through the archway.
I got faith in you, lad.
You see a room, a couple of fireplaces with some benches in it, and there looks like there are two large shelves full of books on either side.
I mean, we could check these books, I suppose, but they'll probably just crumble like the ones that you...
Well, just from a strategic standpoint, lad, we should clear every room before we advance. Just to be sure.
In case there's no monsters or something?
There might be more of those strange skeletons that, you know...
Okay. Well, I'll at least examine this bookshelf while we're at it.
Lyda and Broca, watch the hallway, okay?
We got it! So Broca is kind of staying around the corner to watch behind you, and Lyda's got the hallway covered while you're in there.
Cool.
So this looks like it was probably a library. There's maybe 100 books or so between the two shelving units.
Do they also turn to dust if we touch them?
We haven't tried yet.
Oh yeah. So I thought Kogaan was. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm going through
like literally you reach up for a book and you take it and it just goes into your, like it just turns to flaky dust.
It's like it was a sand castle, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, we're doing this Navy SEAL style.
It seems very true to, Fariedah saying likely this place has not been touched in 1,000 years. Things still have their form because nothing has touched it. Which literally you touch it and it's just falling to pieces.
All right, advance.
Douglan,
Yeah,
there is a hallway that turns towards the south just ahead of you.
Yeah, I'll let me go one more. There we go.
All right, another long hallway that heads towards the south. Along the western wall, you can see there are 3 doors. At the end of the hallway, it appears to turn towards the east.
What do you see? Kogaan. South or east?
I think we should keep going east for now.
Okay.
Turn off the electricity now since you're not getting shockies.
Anything in this alcove here?
Yes.
Yeah.
So to the south, there's just a very short hallway that hits a door. In front of you, Douglan, there is a sort of a bust of some sort of wizard-y looking fellow holding what you assume is a spell book. The wizard has no eyes.
Okay. Is it a real book or a statue?
Nope, it's all just a statue.
Got it. Okay.
All just made out of stone. It looks like it's looking down at the book, but the face has no eyes.
All right. That's odd. Any markings of any kind?
No, like in terms of scripting or symbols or runes, nothing. There's nothing even on the book. It's just plain. There was nothing carved into the book.
Okay. South or east, lad?
East. I think keep going east.
All right, Douglan, you come to a door of similar build to all the others. It does have a latching mechanism like the doors that you've been able to open.
Does it have any of that electrical weirdness going on?
No, and you don't hear anything here either.
Okay.
I need investigation checks from you two.
Oh, our specialty.
Woohoo! Yeah, there you go.
Kogaan, as you were following up with Douglan, you recognize that something sort of with a humanoid gait has walked this hallway.
Okay, like there's footprints in the floor or something like that, on the dust or something.
Yeah, there's surprisingly not as much dust in here as one would think, but you can definitely see something moved, and it seemed to have come up from where Fentra is now guarding. So it came up from that hallway, came down here, and through this door.
Douglan, I think something passed this way before we came here. So be careful opening the door.
Right. I will open the door.
All right, Douglan, you see into a room. You can, on either side of the door, there's a couple of small statues. Off to your right, There is, sorry, off to your left, there's some sort of statue sitting on a pedestal. And the room goes down to the south quite a bit. You can't see all the ways down there.
I'll take a step in.
All right. It is a fairly long, narrow room. The statue to the north looks similar to the one that was on the wall. So it is just a bust, so kind of from the chest up.
Right.
And someone is looking down at a book, no eyes.
No eyes. I think I'm going to burn my second divine sense and kind of just, close my eyes and see if Gav can't guide me to see if there's any being celestial or undead.
You don't sense anything in this room right now.
Strike two. I said strike
towards
two.
the south end of the room, there is a large sarcophagus-looking tomb on the ground, and then there's a big statue at the end of the room. It looks similar to the one, except it's a full-sized person.
Mm-hmm.
They have 3 sets of arms, each one holding the book. Like, so one's holding the book in the middle. The next set of arms are holding the book off to one side. The other set of arms are holding a book off to the other side. There are 3 heads on this statue, and each one seems to be looking at one of the books.
All right. Kogaan, I've been wanting to hold on to this as we got a little bit further inside here, but I may be able to ask Gath to help us locate this staff. And if I may, I am going to cast Locate Object. And I can name it. So I will name
Countersign?
the countersign staff.
So what kind of a response do you get through this spell? What level of understanding do you get?
You got it. Yeah, I'll read it. So describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movements. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have... Oh, maybe this won't work. As long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. This spell can't locate an object of any thickness of lead. Even a thin sheet blocks a direct path, you and the object. I'm going to try to cast it anyway, because I said I would. I'm not familiar. I've never cast this before, so
it sort of says you would need to have seen this thing to be able to locate it, though.
Know exactly where it is.
To know exactly where it is.
It also says you can locate. This is the other problem. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind.
Okay.
So I can say find a staff, for example, and let's see, the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon.
Well, it does say you could name the staff and it would tell you the direction of it. In the earlier part, it just doesn't say.
Or in the early section there.
Unless you've seen it or held it, you don't know exactly where it is. But it would tell you oh, well, it's south of you.
Generally, yes.
Yeah, you can exactly. Yeah, so regardless if it's successful or not, Douglan's going to he's going to sit down because it's only an action, but for flavor, he's basically going to sit down and he's going to kind of collect his thoughts. He's going to grab onto this and kind of mumble, staff, countersign, show me, guide me. and see what comes of it. And I'll mark that off my spell.
You get this sense, Douglan, that the item that you're looking for is south of you, but this room is not the way.
Kogaan, it's close, but I don't think it's in this room.
Okay.
I don't know exactly, but it's not in here. We can leave and not, test what this room has to offer. Perhaps we head back. I have a strong sense it's south of us.
Well, there is this other room here with a door that is south of us.
But
Or there's
let's
the
not
big hallway.
Right, but didn't you say you something walked through here? A humanoid type?
And didn't you say there was a sarcophagus?
Uh-huh.
Yes. So maybe we leave
Yeah.
the sleeping dead person alone.
I'm going to close the door. Which way does it open? It opens in,
Into the
right?
room. Into the room, yeah. The door swings
Pitons
towards the
wouldn't
north.
work, right? Pitons wouldn't work, right? No, okay.
Door opens the wrong way to jam it.
Got it. And I don't think I have caltrops, so I just wanted to see if we could get a little warning, but do you have anything, lad?
I left my pack back with Broca and Lida's packs as well. So no.
Well, they're all in the
It's in the
bag of holding.
Oh, right, they're in the bag of holding.
You know what? I'm actually gonna take one of my oil flasks and I'm just gonna cover the 5 foot right in front of the door.
Okay.
On the side that we're in. And I'll just leave that.
Alrighty.
May not be much.
Little slippy.
Just, you might hear a fuck.
Oh, who messed up the floor in here?
God, I had socks on too. Damn it. So,
I mean, where's a guy gonna get a new pair of socks living in here?
Perhaps that first hallway. Let's see what's down there, or do you want to go back where light is?
We might as well just check this one right here.
Kogaan, similar door to the others, with a handle that you should be able to open it into the room.
Nice. I will open the door.
By the way, it lasts for 10 minutes, just FYI.
You're sensing?
Yeah.
Cool.
You're sensing where the thing is.
Object?
Yeah, it lasts for 10 minutes, yeah.
All right, Kogaan, you immediately see like a small version of the little fire pots that you saw. It is burning. And there are other small tombs, or sorry, not small.
Nope.
There are just other tombs in this room. You immediately hear this sort of swirling sound, and into view come these two sort of shimmering, ghostly figures that turn and look towards you.
Chaitza.
What are you doing here? You must die!
Oh, just like that, huh?
Oh, sorry, wrong door.
I'll just close the door. No problem. Go back to sleep. Sorry to disturb you.
All right, these two ghostly figures start moving towards you, Kogaan. And we have ourselves a little combat. Roll for initiative.
Cheat.
Oh, good Lord. Glad you did well. Good luck.
right. So these things both just come into your vision there, Kogaan. Can you see them, I think?
Yep. Sure do.
All right, they're just these swirling sort of blackish, purplish energy that sort of has the form of a human.
Right.
It immediately sort of reminds you of the way that those mages you met at the door look, but with just sort of a swirling ethereal energy. It's like, yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I gotta roll some initiatives here
Oh.
for my friends. All of our non-PC friends. And Kogaan, you have initiative. Which is
Sweet.
very good, since you are the one staring at both of them.
Yes. Maybe what I'll do, since I'm in this small place, is I'll activate my Dragon's Might so that I don't actually get huge as I'm in this restricted space.
Yeah, it'd be a little tight to be a giant right now.
And then I am going to back up strategically. It's not running away. It's backing up strategically.
Okay.
And I will take actually I'll hold my action to attack one of these ghostly creatures if they come within melee range.
Alrighty.
That's my turn. I just don't want to go jumping into a room with a couple of ghosts by myself.
So Broca's like, what's going on up there? Do you need us?
Maintain strategic range position.
He immediately sort of points down the hallway. He's not sure what he's supposed to be ready for. But he's like, you want me to shoot Douglan?
No, but be ready.
Lyda steps into the hallway, drops to one knee so that Broca can fire over her head, and she has her heavy crossbow ready as well.
Nice.
They are both going to hold their actions like Kogaan did. They'll let loose the first time they see something to shoot at.
Okay.
All right. Kogaan, this thing just is coming straight at you. Yeah, you might as well go first there, Douglan.
Yeah, with that 10-foot reach there. All right. And I'm gonna lay some smite on this. I'm almost compelled to. Like, I hit, and Gath almost just is like forcing me to use a smite because the undead, we will not suffer.
Nice. And as I flail upon it when it gets close to me.
Nice hit, brother.
Partially resisted. And then I guess Broca and Lyda let loose there.
Indeed.
Crossbow bolts.
Broca takes his shot first here.
They have bolts of ghostly annihilation. Infused with divine energies.
Yeah. And really hoping that it hits.
God damn it, Broca.
A thing buzzes by your head, Douglan.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
he goes there.
And Lyda lets loose. And she hits it seems to make contact with some sort of core within this energy.
Nice. Go
All right.
light up.
So this thing is going to attempt to possess Kogaan.
I am within 10 feet. My aura protection is on. Yeah.
Yep.
So one humanoid that the ghost can see within 5 feet of it must succeed on a DC 13 charisma saving throw or be possessed by the ghost. The ghost then disappears and the target is incapacitated and loses control of its body. The ghost now controls the body but doesn't deprive the target of awareness. So you'll get to enjoy every minute of it, Kogaan.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna save it anyway, so it's cool.
I'll try, I'll put the saving throw on you.
Yes.
It is not able to possess you.
You got the +2, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Sure did. Got himself a 16 with that +2. All right. It tried to possess you, and that just didn't work. So our second ghostly friend. It comes out and attempts to possess Douglan.
Good luck with that. He's so faithful.
He's so faithful. All right, Douglan. Here we go.
This is like his jam.
Let's hope.
Expelling ghosts.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Plus
look at
9.
that! 27. There ain't no ghost possessing you.
I told you.
It's like, no, the glow, it's too much.
Douglan, he's freaking badass.
All right, that takes us to Douglan.
All right. I don't like these possessions because it really could take me out of the game. So I am actually going to hold my amulet, and I'm going to ask Gath to protect me from evil. And I'm going to cast it upon myself. I'll describe what it does. So he grabs the amulet and he kind of like with his other what do you call it? With his halberd in his hand, he kind of makes a sign, and you see sort of like this glow come all throughout his body, and he just sort of has this almost like a shield, right? And it kind of reaches out to this evil to push it away whenever it gets close. Just to describe it, the protection grants several benefits. Any creature that is aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead, the target cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. So basically, and then I have the targets have disadvantage on attack rolls against me. So I'm gonna cast that on myself.
This is Douglan's jam right here. Just fighting
I'm
ghosts.
like, hey,
Fighting ghosties.
if I don't do stuff now, I'm worthless. So let me drop that on me. Should hopefully work. Yeah. Let me check that spell off. And then yeah, and I kind of yell out like, "Come at me, you filth!" And that's his turn. Actually, you know what? I want to go here. Can I move there?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. All right, is that it for you then, Douglan?
Yes, sir.
All right. Kogaan.
All right. Kogaan will breathe. No, Kogaan will take a swing at this ghost that tried to possess him.
A hit.
That is with some dragon mites damage.
Dude, you're a beast. You really are. Freaking awesome.
There we go. Pretty good. And then I will breathe fire on both of these ghosts. My other
Barbecue
attack.
time.
Oh, come on. One save, one failure. All right.
Well, 8 failed, so that's good.
Oh, so close. All right. And bonus action. Actually, I'm okay. That is my turn.
All right.
Go, Broka.
All right. Boka lets loose with another crossbow bolt. Hoping
Crossbow
for much
bolt.
better luck this time.
He always rolls a 4.
Isn't that wild?
Broka, enough of this shite, huh?
Pull out your sword, Broka. No, actually, I take
No,
that back. Keep
stay
using
where
your
you are.
crossbow. Yeah. Only a possessed little gnome running.
All
around.
right. A possessed little gnome running around.
Lord.
All right. Lyda lets fly with a crossbow bolt.
Lyda, let's fly ya.
Yeah.
She strikes again. She's finding this core of energy that seems to be within this thing, and
Come on. Oh, that's not enough. Is it? Oh. Weak sauce.
all right. First order of business. Right. Ghost number 8. It just turns towards you, Kogaan, and with its long, sharp, fingernailed hands, it just tries to tear into you with its withering touch.
I'm gonna use my reaction, if I may, since it's attacking somebody within 5 feet of me.
Indeed.
It must get so annoying. I'm so sorry, Colin.
No,
it's like
that's
Sentinel.
Sentinel's 4.
That's what Sentinel's about.
Oh,
Oh, thank God. It's almost a 1.
yeah. I can't do smite though. I'm running low on resources, so I'm just gonna let the regular
Okay.
mini damage. Ooh.
Oh, nicely done. The ghost is
Awesome.
dying. Yes, it was
Yes.
dying before.
Just saved my bits from
So-
a whip.
So, Douglan, this thing, the sort of the energy of it just dissipates into the air, and it's gone.
Another soul to rest.
Mm.
All right. It's not gonna do a withering touch then, because it withered. And we'll move on to our next ghosty friend, who will also, turning towards you, Douglan, it's going to try the same sort of reaching out and scraping at you with its clawed fingers.
I would guess like Douglan's like a little brighter than everybody else right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
You're
he's
in
a
your
magnet
space.
for these things. I want him attacking me, even if he hits. I don't care.
All right. It attacks you with its withering touch.
It should have disadvantage.
It did indeed,
did.
and missed. Douglan.
All right. I want to get. So I'm gonna say to Kogaan, on your next turn, lad, move behind me. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want this thing possessing you.
Understood.
But I kind of yell that in the heat of the battle. So, is he? I know he's super big. Is he allowed to move through me as difficult terrain?
Yeah. You
Okay.
can move through an ally's
All right.
space.
You can
So
move
I'm
through
gonna
it. Through
go-
it. He's not big right now. Well, he's
Okay.
naturally big, but
Yeah,
he
but
didn't
not-
go to his large size because there's no room in here.
Got it. So mechanically, he could go through me because it's a okay.
Yeah.
It does
So
kind of
I-
difficult terrain as you like try to like avoid each other and stuff like that in the heat of
Got it.
battle. So.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
I
double
wanna-
double your movement.
Yeah, I wanna get him behind me so he doesn't get anything.
but
I want to
just-
go where the ghost 8 is. I didn't want to go over it if it messes up the map.
I shouldn't. Give it a try.
Get behind me, lad. And then I'm going to do 3 pops at this dude.
A hit.
Nice.
Oh, must have 20. But no.
Nice.
God, it's so tempting to do smite, but I don't have much left. All right. That's his turn.
Alrighty. Top of the order, Kogaan.
All right. Before I adjust positions, I'll take 2 flailing swings at this thing.
Okay. First attack hits.
Dragon's might bonus damage on this one. Not too bad.
And just imagine the sound of Kogan's flail hitting anything.
Yeah.
Like it's
Even
like
a-
one of those big gobs, right?
Yeah.
Boom!
All right. All right. Stepping behind you, as you said.
Alright.
Now I know that cuts off the other 2, but
I'm gonna say Broca has no shot now, so he doesn't.
he never did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe he blocked me.
I was just about ready to hit him.
So he is going to hold. Should he get a shot, he'll take it.
Yep.
And Lyda will do the same.
The dying ghost gets there.
The dying ghost gets a
Possession
try, I
back.
guess. But
Yeah.
well, good. All right. Once again, this creature is going to try with its withering touch on you, Douglan. And it's screeching in anger at its inability to tear you apart. Once again, it misses. Douglan?
3 more licks of the lollipop here.
Nice. Nice. Ghost busted.
Douglan, with your last hit, just like the other one, it just dematerializes and is gone.
All right, Kogan, I didn't mean to tell you to get out of the fight. It's just
Oh no.
Right.
I
it looked
understand.
like they were trying to get inside you there. I've seen these before.
Yes, the one tried to. I could feel it encroaching on my soul. It was very terrifying.
Yeah.
I'll close this door.
Well, I mean, they're gone now. Perhaps we should look in or no?
There's more sarcophagi. I don't feel good about opening tombs.
Okay.
I mean, you can if you want to, I suppose, but this is
I just want to look in if I could. I still have my oh, there's more. Nope. Out. Door closed.
That's what I'm saying.
Close that door.
All right. Door closed.
I saw 4 sarcophagi, and even Douglan can do that math.
Okay.
I
All right,
lost, by the way,
guys,
my
I think
location.
we will put the pause on it for tonight
Okay.
and pick up exploring the stronghold of the Order of the Timeless next session.
Mwah. Ha, ha, ha.
Excellent job.
Very, very spooky.
Indeed.
Yeah,
All right,
Kogan's
yeah, we
discovering
will
beats
we'll
undead.
call that a session. We'll sign out, and then we can have a quick chat to finish off our night. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I will sign us out.